What is a massive bullet you dodged? Not me, but my cousin. For privacy reasons, I'll well call her Lisa. She always had an adventurous spirit. She loved meeting new people and often went on dates with guys she met through various dating apps. One evening, she told me about a guy named, we are going to call him James. She was meeting for dinner. His profile seemed normal enough. He had a charming smile, shared her love for hiking, and worked as a software engineer. They met at a cozy, dimly lit restaurant downtown. From the start, something about James made Lisa uneasy. It wasn't anything she could pinpoint. He was polite, attentive, and even brought her a small bouquet of flowers. But as the evening progressed, her discomfort grew. His smile seemed a bit too fixed, his laughter a bit too forced. When she asked him about his job, his answers were vague, and he kept steering the conversation back to her. He seemed overly interested in her past relationships and her personal life. Midway through the meal, Lisa excused herself to the restroom. As she walked away, she felt James's eyes boring into her back. In the restroom, she called me, whispering her concerns. I advised her to trust her instincts and leave if she felt uncomfortable. When she returned to the table, she made up an excuse about feeling unwell and needing to leave early. James's demeanor changed instantly. His charming smile faded, and for a moment, there was a flash of anger in his eyes. He quickly masked it with concern, insisting on walking her to her car. Lisa politely declined, saying her friend was picking her up. She left the restaurant and walked quickly to a nearby cafe where she felt safer. From there, she called a ride and went home, shaken but relieved. Over the next few days, James sent her a few messages, but she didn't respond and eventually blocked him. 2 years later, she was watching the news when she saw a familiar face. James. He had been arrested in connection with a series of gruesome murders. The news anchor reported that James was suspected of luring women through dating apps, then kidnapping and murdering them. They found evidence in his home linking him to the crimes, including horrifying evidence of cannibalism. She realized just how close she had come to becoming one of his victims. I remind her every day that I also played a role just to get some credit. Her instincts had saved her from a horrifying fate, and she was grateful she had trusted them. From that day on, she was much more cautious about meeting new people, always putting her safety first. Don't forget to like and subscribe.